Yep, I just missed it. I went to go get a drink. I was like, oh, I better get something. Just missed it. Anyway, hello there, Sean the Extra Guy here. Hello, Mark. I don't know if you've seen the latest developments of, actually, I may as well, you know what? Let's do really quickly before we play anything, before we play Ace Attorney, just a very quick visit. Just pause that elegantly. Very quick visit to Retro Memory Island. Just a quick visit. So, and let's find where you are. So this happened.
How much do you love me?
I love you this much.
Well, I love you this much.
Oh yeah. Then I love you this much.
Then I
Love you this much. Not so fast. Me too.
Yeah, you have a tail, but oh my god. You have a tail, but it's not the right tail. What the actual hell? Wants to get married. Wow, that was quick. So yeah. You went full on like giant mode. Which you know, I mean both of you did. So you got a giantess and just giant. You know. Size difference. But yeah. So that happened. I recorded it, of course, in the last stream. I showed what happened. So if you want to know how it happened, then yeah, last stream. Other than that, I've also made Susie. It's not a very good Susie, but you know, it's something. Obviously, because there's no, like, animal pieces, you can't really, you know, make an animal face. So you can't make a dinosaur face. Anyway. Just wanted to show that. But anyway, let's get on with it. So yeah. So Mark finally got some luck, and he finally got himself the Unca zone he wanted, and ended up hurting Paul Rolse in the process. Yeah, he was really broken up about that. I mean, Unca, when he finally got a break, you know, he kept falling in love with everyone. And they finally got a break with Unca. And then it just, yeah. Anyway. Give me a second. Okay. Right. But yeah. But I do what I can with what I've got in terms of making characters. I'm not a particularly good artist, as you can tell. But I try, you know. Also, Mark, what even is your species anyway? Like, what is your persona supposed to be? Because initially I thought it was a wolf, but. A Pokemon. Oh, okay. Right. It's about I'm gonna show you something. Also, I was gonna talk. I had vibrate on. I'm like, where do you place your phone? Where are you keeping your phone? A man of meme, you think I'll appreciate it? Okay. Okay. What exactly do you have in mind? Hold shaman gentle like apple. Oh shit. You can post that on in memes or shit posting if you want. I don't know, like shit posts. Memes and shit posts. I think they're different. Memes is like a more pure form, you know. Shit posts is like, here's something funny. It's just literally, it's something shit that we can just laugh at, you know. Yeah, there we go. Anyway. I also got myself a snack. Probably should have thought of that before starting streaming, but yeah. We're here now, bitches. Okay. Let's load. Well, the 6-7 post me the other day. Yeah, like that's what I consider is like like what the fuck is 6-7? No one knows what 6-7 is, but we just do it anyway. Like same with the like it's similar to poop. Like YouTube poop is not like it can have rhyme and reason, but it's just like why does this exist, you know? And it's the same as like, you know, why do I want to say Dr. Rolsey? What the fuck? What? I can now my brain, I can't even think of it. You know that one. I don't know why my brain is going Dr. Rolsey. It's not Dr. Rolsey. That'd be an interesting cosplay for Rolsey, but yeah, like that's the sort of thing you'd call a shit post. It doesn't make much sense, and even in context, it makes no sense. But yeah, that's what I consider shit post, separated from memes. You know, they're still memes, but like memes isn't just like the pure form of a meme. So yeah. Anyway, schooling you guys on internet culture. Let's just get on with it. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over. Sir. Scout's honor. Maggie!
Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe.
Are you doing alright? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
And you!
Yes?
You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest.
I think he's serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right?
Yep.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
We have Dr. Rolsay and Deltarune. I thought it was Nurse Rolsay. It was Dr. Rolsay, wasn't it? I thought it was Nurse Rolsay. I don't even know why my brain even thought of the fact that, yes, Twink becomes Twink, who everyone loves to fucking dress in a goddamn, loves to make out as he's a femboy, but no, he's a twink, okay? He's just a cute, lovable, fluffy ball of... Yes. Anyway, yeah. Fucking hell. I was trying to read Mark's thing. From what you remember hearing, it started as a nothing burger, then it became funny because it was annoying people, then you heard at some point. It references the periodic table, 67 being HO. So kids were running around calling people. Oh, God. Of course. Bonk. Yeah. I deserve the bonk. But look, I get the best of both worlds. I get to, ogle at goat mum, goat milf, and then ogle at goat twink. Yes, thank you for the fart. We all need to be woken up.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this is really, I just now that's on my mind. There's this really good, impression of, Randy Savage. Hang on a second. What's the guy's name again? Dan something. Dan Soder. Hang on. S-O-D-E-R, by the way, not soda as in... hang on. Dan Soder, Macho Man.
The best thing about your macho is you can talk about just ridiculous things. Do you have an actual Macho Man promo that you know to a T?
There's two that I know, but I probably haven't done them in a while, so I'll butcher them. But they're both Steamboat promos, and it's the cup of coffee in the big time. That's Ricky Steamboat's cup of coffee in the big time. But then the other opening line is where he's like, I am the undisputed Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, and I will remain the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. The one that I do know is the Gene Okerlund, where he goes, a superstar in the WWF that has done seamlessly a 180. And you just hear, yeah, 180. And he goes, and then another 180. And he goes, another 180. And he comes in and he goes, and the beat goes on and the beat goes on. Yeah.
The best thing about
He's gonna, like, a fucking spot-on impression of Macho Man. Seriously. Like, it is very... very much yeah, it's just very much like it's in that range. He has the perfect sort of, I think it's because he has a low voice naturally. So what is that?
Oh, yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah.
It's like I can't really go that low because my voice is not naturally at that timbre. I haven't, higher, so like I got a low voice, but I've got, I don't know, just a higher, like I think, well, in singing terms, it's a tenor voice, right? That's the best way I can explain it. And it's like baritone tenor. That's my singing, that's my music theory coming up. But yeah, that's the sort of voice I have. So I can't really go down those lows, or at least not, not without training. And I could probably, I could probably try to train myself to do that. But yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's nothing on that level. Like he does, like I said, it's a spot on impression that he does. But yeah. Anyway, also, what was this? You awoke 6 years ago. I think a lot of us awoke 6 years ago. I think 2020 was just a weird time for everyone. It was just like, well, we're at home. No, I don't know. I took me a while to find out like how I saw myself, and really, I just see myself as Sean. I like what I like, and I love what I love. Anyway, and just be who you want to be. You know? Don't let anyone tell you. Don't let anyone label you. Don't let anyone label you that you don't want labeled as, you know, labeled yourself, you know? That's my advice. That's my sage advice. You know, turning 33 next month. Anyway, funny thing playing 2020. Funny thing in 2020, you're playing COD Cold War, looking at the snow, and just kind of realized you were alive. Wait, that's what you. Do you mean you finally you became self-aware? So you became self-aware that you are in fact not an NPC. You are a person. Interesting. Interesting way to. Oh, I thought you meant like awaken, as in like like. You know what I mean? I don't want. I don't want to make this stream be talking about this other stuff. But yeah, like I thought you meant in another way. Because yeah, yeah. Anyway, moving on. If you ain't awake now, you should probably wake yourself up. Breaking free as an NPC is an amazing way to put it. Oh, shit. Anyway. Right. Continuing on with this, because we got distracted. Hyper distracted. Yeah. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Old. Yeah, well, guess what? Toby Fox is older than me. So every time you insult me being old, you insult Toby Fox. I don't know how to fucking say. Trying to say peace be upon him, but I don't know the fucking word in that Arabic. I don't know. I was just being shit posty. No offense to anyone who speaks Arabic. I just know salam alaikum and mashallah. That's all I know in Arabic. And of course, we all know aloha snack bar, which, you know, that's a shit post. And it's obviously not aloha snack bar. I'm just, you know, because out of context, saying that, you know, it is just a saying. It just means God is great, but it's just said for certain situations that, you know, we associate with terrorism, unfortunately. So, you know, yeah, we have that. Being old is good, Gerson. Yeah. But anyway, alright, I'm getting distracted, Jesus Christ. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Bitter.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Ah,
What's wrong?
nothing. It's just when I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me?" And it was a little, well, intimidating.
No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
Oh, trusty?
So, Mr. Goddard,
Fucking hell.
So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please.
Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another.
As everyone is aware, the court has already given this verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me.
Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness.
Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation.
Witness, state your name for the court.
Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation? Dick Gumshoe. I got that round the wrong way. Only Al Gumshoe can do that. Other way round, Detective. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigations tied up with an... The guy who was on the... The guy who was on the initial investigations tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He still looks kind of like Markiplier. Just has that look. 6 out of 10 on the Markiplier scale. Anyway, he was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. Fuck me. Also, I didn't forget to say hello to Thadric. Because I just realized I didn't say hello to, I didn't say hello to Blue. I said hello to Mark. It just occurred to me. I just didn't say hello to you guys. I'm a dickhead. Anyway.
The court accepts this into evidence.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, well, that's, we all say hi to Mark. I mean, that's the obvious thing. Anyway,
the court accepts this into evidence.
Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant.
When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused?
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee.
At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Jean Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be very straightforward. Why did I turn Scottish? Have I turned Scottish now? I don't know what happened there. My brain went to Scottish. I get no fucking clue what's up with him. What's up with me today? Maybe I'm a little delirious. I had to take some medication last night for my foot because that's started up again. So maybe I'm affected by that. maybe I'm a little bit disoriented from that. I don't know. It's the same. It's the same way I felt during when I first streamed Outer Wilds. Yeah, I had to take medication that day because of I can't even remember what I had, but yeah, it's back in 2024. But yeah, it was a bit trippy that day. Is what I'm trying to say. Like seeing like all the orbital mechanics working and just looking at like everything, I'm like, holy fuck, this is so fucking weird, you know. So my brain was just, yeah, it was delirious, I think. It's not the same today, but it's similar. Anyway. Boy, the case is still straightforward, I tell you. It still seems a very straightforward case to me. And you know what? Because he was originally Mr. Krabs, right? That's the voice I gave him. And for the past 2 games, I've voiced him as, you know, an English. Yes, well, yes. But maybe I should have started voicing him as like a Scotsman in this game. He just keeps changing. I keep changing his voice every game. How about that? Fuck it. I'm gonna stick to it. Every game his voice changes. I know I didn't really have that set in stone, but hey, I had him as Mr. Krabs for the, you know, the first game, at least, but yeah, maybe I should I'll do Scottish now. From now on, he's Scottish until the next game, until the Apollo Justice series. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Très bien, floor plans, blueprints of the crime scene, X equals victim seed. Okay. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. Coffee cup? Coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Yeah, we're gonna have to be, making him elaborate on that. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please no intimidation tricks this time around.
Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said. And What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey,
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table.
what should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? No, I should leave it alone. I've got a bad feeling about where this is going. If you got a bad feeling about this, then maybe you should leave it alone. I once had a bad feeling that I was about to have a bad feeling. It was really bad. Maybe I should move on to another part of his testimony. Press! He was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Maggie told us too. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah. Some kind of motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown up. It's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection!
You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't any lottery ticket.
It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Wait a minute. Mere fact that a lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
I have here in my hand the very ticket in question.
That's $500,000. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket.
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
What?
Order! 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 She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress.
You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I forgot to... Yeah. He turned English again, which, you know... anyway. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way that judge's voice is quivering. Okay. Kind of interesting to trust the police with a fucking lottery ticket. And no one has... no one stole it. No one used it. Nope. They just fucking... Doesn't even look like a lottery ticket. Looks like a fucking train ticket. Anyway. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you see. It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. You really think there are any contradictions in this testimony? To be honest, I don't know. But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will we win the case if he doesn't throw us a line? I don't have a whole lot of options right now. The best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess. Japanese lottery ticket. I mean, that's the, yeah, I mean, obviously it would be, but, like, what the fuck? I'm gonna press harder on this one. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? I wonder what the train tickets look like. I think they just carry around, like, NFT chips, like cards with an NFT chip in it. Like what we have over here. Like, we got this thing called Opal card, which you just, you can get from, like, any, like, shopping center or anything like that, from the, from, like, Woolworths or Kohl's. Which, for context, Americans, it's like Kroger and Meijer, you know, like your two main shops, I guess. And well, Walmart is also another one, but yeah, you know, you Americans, you've got a lot of brands. You got a lot of shopping brands. I mean, we've got Target and Kmart over here, but they're totally different. Target is like, usually it's just a clothing store. Then Kmart, it doesn't have any electronics. So, yeah. And it's, okay, and it doesn't have groceries. Target and Kmart don't have groceries. Neither does Big W have groceries. That's, God, now I gotta explain that, I don't know how this happened. I gotta explain the difference. So, in the United States, you guys, your fucking supermarkets are huge, right? They're fucking, Costco's, essentially. That's the equivalent. That's the only equivalent over here is a fucking Costco. Yeah, there we go. JC Penney, Ross, Five Below, Macy's. Oh my god. We just got the two main ones, Kohl's and Woolworths, or Woolies. Kohl's and Woolies. And then you have the smaller brand, companies like IGA. I'm trying to think of like if there's any others. There used to be a company called Franklin's, and Bilo, but they've since went under. In Texas, we have HEB. Heb. So anyway, so yeah, you guys have big fucking shopping centers. Sorry, grocery stores. Be more specific here. So think of like all the grocery shopping that you do in, that you guys do. And that's just Kohl's, right? Everything that's the grocery shopping in a Kroger or Meijer or Walmart, right? Whatever. Groceries, you know, cold foods, baked goods, you know, fruit, veg, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's just what Woolworths and Coles is. There's no alcohol. That's separate. That's a separate shop. And there's no pharmacy. That's also a separate shop. Yeah, you might find like cooking utensils and you know, stuff like that in certain aisles, like the toy aisle as well. Like the, you know, it's not the same as like as an American store. So when you go to Big W, you have all the clothes, you have jewelry, you have electronics, you have furniture, you have appliances, you know, books and all the video games, all that sort of shit. So that's Big W is the same Woolworths and Big W, they're the same company, by the way, but they're separate shops. So, you know, Coles doesn't really have anything. I mean, I think it has like part ownership in Kmart, I think. As well as maybe Target. But yeah. Generally, yeah, if you wanna just go to a grocery shop, it's Coles or Woolworths, but yeah. And again, pharmacy, chemist, as we call it, separate. If you want to buy liquor, that's a separate shop. But usually they're in the vicinity of the supermarket. The grocery store, the grocery shop. But anyway, and also sometimes owned by the same company. So, well, actually no, always the liquor shops are always owned by the same company. I think sometimes it's a different company that has the pharmacy, that has the chemist. Anyway, I went through a long explanation because I've now forgotten what we were fucking talking about. God damn it. God damn it. I had to explain that because, you know, you guys needed context, or at least I felt you guys needed context. Anyway, let's continue with this. So traces of the poison were found inside the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure where I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper? Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? Apparently you can put salt in coffee to make it less bitter. That's a bit of trivia that I learned recently. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press harder on this point? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. But yeah, apparently you put salt in coffee, it lessens the bitterness a bit. You don't put a lot. I learned this from my girlfriend. Apparently, like she went out for breakfast at a diner, a breakfast diner, and yeah, that's apparently something she learned. That yeah, if you put a little bit of just a little bit of salt in coffee, it takes away the bitterness just a little bit. Why did it send it twice? That happens on Discord too sometimes. I don't know, cosmic radiation. That's the best explanation. A little bit of cosmic radiation just went boop, changed a 1 to a 0 or a 0 to a 1, and it just went, it's just a nut twice. Anyway. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? according to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. What proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again?
I should be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns. That's what, you don't want to be radioactive blue again. What was it again? What did we call you? Blob Battle, wasn't it? I think that's what it was, Blob Battle. Alright, roll a D100, see if you get radiated again, eh? No. You have to actually state if you want to touch the radioactive sludge. So, because then you become blue super beetle, or you just become blob battle again, hey? Yeah, blob battle, yeah.
Oh, now I remember.
23. I'm gonna say nothing of note happens, but you do feel a little bit woozy. So, yeah, 23 is not a good number, but not a you know, it's at least double digits. Let's just say that right now. Anyway, I'm gonna roll a D69. How lucky am I? I'm 36. Okay. It's got a 6 in it, but, you know. Oh, man, I feel woozy.
Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's coffee cup.
Take a look at the rim.
Oh, yes, it is unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. Okay, first off, died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Potassium cyanide poisoning. So, obviously he died of potassium cyanide poisoning. The question is, does the coffee cup contain traces of potassium cyanide? If it doesn't, then clearly he didn't die. He didn't die from that poison. Anyway.
Oh yes, it is unmistakable. This is clearly a coffee stain. There is clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. I did not mean to do that. I don't know what the hell he said at the end there. Because I thought he just ended his fucking... what he said. So I just pressed fucking... enter. But anyway. But there was an...
For the record, the only prints in the cup were the victims and the defendants.
Okay, the coffee contained potassium cyanide. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch.
Yeah, well, there we go. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
It's... well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much and you're history.
How much is too much?
A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off.
0.2 grams? Or 0.2 grams? Yeah, that's, I think that's 200, milligrams. Yep, 200 milligrams. I think that's how it, I think that's how it scales. I think. What's 200 milligrams is 2 grams? Fuck, or is it 20 milligrams? God damn it, I can't even goddamn remember, you know, I live in the metric system. You'd think I'd fucking know this, but... but at least it's not like, you know, 6.5 pint, you know, a half pint squib. I don't know. Whatever it is, ounce, fluid ounce. 1/16 an ounce, you know, like that's that sort of thing. 1/1,000,000th of an ounce. You can't even fucking measure that in the imperial system. Anyway. So 0.2 grams. How much is that?
You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much.
Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of.
Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
I guess I haven't pressed harder on this one.
Objection!
Press harder. Well, maybe the other witness just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way? That argument is as weak as the coffee at Très Bien, Wright.
I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Did not read who was fucking reading.
This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that I think the court will agree with that with such... I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
Yeah, that is very suspicious. Why is there a picture moments after the poisoning?
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
Memorabilia. Who do you think done it? Do you think it was the chef? Do you think we're gonna get like a heel turn from the chef? He's gonna He's not going to be this fruity bear. Extremely happy, extremely flamboyant, and very much loves to go to the fun fair with another man. Do you think he's gonna heel turn all of a sudden into, like, you know, into just like a rough, like a, you know, yeah, I lied, I'm not even French, you know, like, do you think he's gonna turn into that, or do you think it's gonna be the guy? Do you think it's gonna be the fake Phoenix Wright? You know, will they throw a curveball, or will they go, nah, it's definitely the fake Phoenix Wright? It'll be interesting. And this story is where a person was poisoned with cyanide and died. He is melt. Anyway, may I start you off with your coffee? I mean, he hasn't even fucking, like, taken off the... he hasn't even taken off the crime scene, like, tape. You know, which is yesterday in game time. He still hadn't taken off that fucking tape. Don't know if the chef did it, but he's 100% involved. Probably like the case with the Faye family, multiple killers, or at least accomplices. There was one killer, but there was only there was another accomplice, which was the auntie, or, you know, Pearl's mother. Mother of Pearl. The body is still there. Well, I mean, it'd be funny if the body was there. Well, it's actually like a month after the incident, so it's like the body would still be there a month later. They didn't fucking clear the body. It's like mummified. It's decomposing and mummified. The reason why it's mummified is because, I don't know, the perfumes in the fucking shop. That's what he wanted. He wanted to go that way. Whoops. He wanted to go that way, surrounded by everything he loved. And he wanted to stay there. The body gives off a natural smell to the restaurant. Actually, I can't even remember what... I gave him a gay Frenchman voice. The body gives off a natural smell to the restaurant. You know, something like that. It's an exhibit now, brings the crowd in for the murder mystery vibe. Oh, God. Anyway, that's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone proves a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron. This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. By the way, you think Fake Phoenix probably did it But Armstrong is 100% an accomplice. Poison in your kitchen is kind of hard to beat evidence. Yeah. Although, did we actually hang on? Did we find out that it is poison? We never found out what it is yet. Because Gumshoe said he'd take it in for testing. Alright. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. A potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Order, order, order! The court will accept these items into evidence. Maybe the next game, I'll make him from the north. I'll make him from, I don't know, somewhere. I'm the judge of this court. What I say goes. When I make a guilty verdict, it's final. Don't interrupt me when I'm making my fucking guilty verdict. I say this and I'm going to convict the fat controller to life in prison. May God have mercy on your soul. God damn it. Anyway, potassium cyanide added to the court record. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Well, detective? Could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some in her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of Fuck. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I thought everyone knew what it was already. Is it the same judge in Apollo Justice? I think it's the same judge in every single game. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is the same judge. He never fucking changes. It's just him. Because he was definitely in Dual Destinies. Yeah, so he was definitely there. He was in 3D as well. So, yeah. We're going to see him in 3D in that game. When we finally get to it. Anyway. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made in this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Even that one set in the past, must be immortal. I don't know about the one set in the past. Maybe he is the same fucking one. I actually haven't. I haven't even seen that one. Actually, I forgot about that one. At some point, I do intend to play that one as well. As well as Ace. What is it again? Fuck it. It's Miles. Miles Edgeworth Investigations. I think it is Ace Detective. I don't know. Ace Prosecutor? No. Anyway, it's the fucking investigation was one with Miles Edgeworth. Maybe I'll have to play that. Either way, yeah. It's probably the same judge in that too if we ever fucking get to court. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Maybe he's a Time Lord, but every time he dies, instead of changing a new person, he just gets a new accent and nothing else. Meaning he fucking died midway through this court. Fucking hell, that happened. Actually, no, he died midway through the court when I changed him from fucking Mr. Krabs to the old English guy. So, yeah, he dies. He doesn't regenerate a new face or a new, personality. It's the only thing that regenerates is his voice box. Somehow. And yeah, his voice box and his the inner workings of his mouth and parts of his brain that control speech, they slightly change to something else. Oh god. Because here's the thing, your natural voice when you're speaking, that's just, you speak naturally in your accent, where you grew up, who you grew up around. Hell, it could even be influenced by what you watch, At least in today's world, accents are very much subject to change in a lot of ways. But yeah, generally it's from where you grew up and, your location and who was around you. But, and you can change that accent, of course, but, just the natural voice, just speaking naturally, that's different. And that's what I'm trying to say, like with the part of the brain, where you talk, in that certain way, that gets changed, and all of a sudden, for example, I speak like this, but so all of a sudden my brain changed. I could start speaking like this, and this would be my natural voice. Which there's a certain amount of effort that I do have to put if I'm speaking like this. It feels natural, but there is also a part of me that's going, oh, okay, I have to form my words like this. I don't have to think about it too much, but I know it's there. See? That's what I mean. It's it's very easy to just sort of switch, but the natural, just, what your brain does, that's, that's ingrained into you. That's like a sponge, basically, from childhood onwards. But yeah, anyway, I'm talking about nerd shit. I'm talking about fucking accents and shit because I learned some of it. I don't know how to explain it properly, technically, but yeah, there is a part of your brain that processes language and communications. So. But that's why it's so easy for me to do accents, because I usually just go, okay, the best way I can describe it is I sort of go onto a knob in my brain, go, okay, I need this, and I need with this inflection and this kind of voice, and it just comes to me. Some voices I do have to put effort into. Others I just, yeah, like I said, it's just that, just a couple of switches I switch. Like when I do American accents or whatever. Anyway, Duke's voice, for example, is another voice where I just sort of, I don't have to think about too much. But in doing so, sometimes I slip back into my natural voice. And I've explained that before, how I go,
Yeah, I celebrate Christmas, and I celebrate Easter.
That's what I mean. Instead of saying Easter, I go back to my regular voice where I don't pronounce my R's. Easter. I don't say Easter, I say Easter. Anyway, moving on. The investigation.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
The crime was... Let me just say that again, that was kind of awkward.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been a real tough for her.
Legs. Sorry.
The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Wright.
Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe?
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? He then hurled abuse at them and seeds.
Seeds.
It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
Then again, the old man. The old man could also be in on it too. He could be the father of the fake Ace Attorney. Of the father of the fake Phoenix Wright.
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her.
How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. Ha!
I would love to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
For fuck's sake, Gumshoe. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know is about the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I?
Fuck it. Everyone, witness and suspect we met, except Maggie is in on it. And Gumshoe. We can't, we've got to include Gumshoe in that. Godot is even a suspect. Somehow. He's just like Von Karma. Anyway, no.
The victim didn't have any identification on him.
He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents?
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal.
58 cents. In pennies. In fucking pennies. You know, having 58 of these fucking pennies, I just picked a penny up. Because I got a penny handy. Along with a 5-cent piece. Australian 5-cent piece, I should say. I should specify. So, yeah. Having fucking 58 of those in your wallet, that would kind of suck. Like, I hate it when my wallet is full of fucking coins. You get like 50-cent fucking pieces, like you know, have 5 50-cent pieces, have fucking dollar coins, 5-cent pieces, 10 cents, fucking 20 cents, and it's just fucking $1 and $2 coins, like packed in the fucking, you know, because I keep going, oh, I don't feel like searching for this, so I'll use a fucking $5 note, $10 note, whatever, instead of using the coins in my wallet. Sometimes I wonder why I do these things to myself. But it happens. Doesn't happen often, because I usually pay with card anyway, but, you know, when I do pay with cash. Anyway, yeah. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Wait a sec.
Huh? Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that...
He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and so fucking hell. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
It seems that Mr. Glenelg visited the doctor before he went to Très Bien.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Ask about his health insurance? What the fuck? So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty? You're entering an empty bag as evidence? Desperate are you? Desperate are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective? But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? Maybe that's what the mystery vial we gave Gumshoe is. Yeah, it could be. Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Well, it's the Gum Show. In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony.
Fuck, what the hell?
Keep up this crazy testimony, Detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. Kill to have a spin-off game about Gumshoe. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh, yeah. The one that the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
My evidence is, I made it the fuck up.
Got any evidence for that claim? My evidence is that I made it the fuck up. My evidence is that I made it the fuck up. that was him pointing. Seriously, is there a meme? Okay, I don't know this. I've never seen one. Is there a meme of Phoenix saying, my evidence is I made it the fuck up? My evidence. Objection! Objection! I made it the fuck up. Okay. Because I know there's like, objection. Oh, there we go. As we were talking about stuff. Hey, Avis, how you doing? Have you had a good stream?
The sexy Evist is raiding the stream with some really cute butts.
See, ever just thought of putting a straw in someone's nose?
It's cool.
That's no! I'm not cute! I'm not cute!
Oh, Addis syndrome. Oh, no. That's not good. How about this? How about this? I'll go to this screen as we wait until the ad break ends. That way we can, wait for Avis to come back. My source is I made it the fuck up.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I love that.
Nice argument.
There's gotta be like an Ace Attorney version, surely. I found something, but hang on. Alright, we're ending in 12 seconds. The ad break. Lydia Penderson. I don't think I've downloaded it yet. And there we go. It should have ended by now. Welcome back, everyone. I was waiting for you guys. So thanks for the raid, Avis. Hope you had a good stream. Hope everyone also had a nice time. Also, thank you for the follow, DL Nan. But yeah, hope you're doing well. We were just talking about my sources. I made it the fuck up, like that meme. But we were wondering if there was
if there was a Ace Attorney version. And I may have found... Hang on a second. I may have found it. Hang on, let me just mute... I don't know what this is, but, where's my... Yeah, just use my display.
Right, are you sure you know what you're doing out there?
Why would you even say that?
I don't know what this
you're
is,
just
though.
making things up as you go.
What? No.
We'll clear your name, just trust me. I may just need to wing this next part a little. Wait, why did you phrase it that way?
Your Honor, the defense would like to cross-examine this parrot.
Your Honor, this is preposterous. This nonsense cannot be allowed to stand.
It was your idea to cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma.
But hey, if you don't like this bird, I've got a few more for you. I'm going to jail.
Oh, God. Oh, that was actually pretty good. I'm gonna... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just subscribe to them both. Oh, my God. We're gonna get Momo, I guess. Yeah. Okay, well, what is this?
Brought you the autopsy
I've never heard of
report,
this guy.
sir. Mr. Wright's gonna be the defense.
Yes, I heard.
Hey, do you ever wonder how he prepares for a trial on such short notice?
The body was found in the kitchen, but was then moved to the conservatory. We know this because of the bloody footprints in the hall. The witness said they saw the suspect leave to the left, but we know they had to have gone right. Only guilty people can't tell left from right. And I found this empty plate and these shoes and this blood-covered candlestick that now has my fingerprints on it. I don't know how they all fit together yet, but it all points to one thing.
Not guilty?
Boom! Not guilty. I've never been more prepared for a trial in my life.
So you got the autopsy report, right? At least you know the name of the victim? Please tell me you at least know who your client is?
It's not you again, right?
Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. That's pretty good. Paula Peroff. Okay, so that's who animated it. Okay. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, definitely check them out. Mornal. I thought it was Mormal. No, it's Mornal. So. Right. Anyway. Back to the game. I don't think... I would say someone has made it, but it's probably that fucking obscure. I mean, hell, if you guys can probably go searching for it. Someone's probably made something of that effect. You know, just going, objection! I made it the fuck up. My evidence is that I made it the fuck up. You know, something like... I don't think anyone's made that, but, you know, I mean, hell, you could probably make it out of fucking what I just did, you know. That's a good, you know, that's an interesting argument, Trite. Have you got any evidence to back it up? And then the judge says, yes, Mr. Wright. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Wright. What is your evidence for this claim? My evidence? My evidence is I made it the fuck up. Anyway. Right. And they're just going to let him get away with it? Oh, whoops. It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's just that... I guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in his testimony, the judge is going to hand down his guilty verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they weren't... My only hope is they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Be the dumbest you've ever... Investigation went smoothly. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene. Maybe it's this. Hang on. Ah! I'm sorry, but I can't say nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Okay, so it wasn't that. The sports magazine. Nothing else missing from the crime scene. Also, I paused there going, wait, he does, like, the judge does call Phoenix Wright Mr. Wright. Yeah. I had to, like, double check myself. I'm like, I don't think he's called Phoenix Wright. He's just called Mr. Wright. So that's why there was that pause when the judge was speaking. Anyway, It might not be this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to use the cheat sheet because I'm kind of stumped on this one. Okay, so it was... And that was it. Okay, so we have to present this. Okay. Which doesn't make much sense. Why wouldn't he just change the testimony? Oh no, because hang on, because if that's missing, then the... Yeah, no, yeah. That's something we have to point out, like what happened to the medication bottle. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Très Bien. Where then did the medication disappear to? You are too cool, Pearl. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Order! Order! Well, Mr. Goodall, what do you have to say to that? That's all? What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? I mean, I can't see the fucking... the name of the fucking clinic. New ear... Otolin... Otolin... What the fuck is this? Otolaryngology. Otolaryngological. Fucking hell. Otolaryngological. Otolaryngological. I'm fucking typing this word into Google. Fucking hell. What? I've never seen this word in my life. All right. Otolaryng. I'm gonna guess you know, like gnome, but yeah. Throat medicine. Oh, otolaryng. Okay, larynx. Now I see it, because larynx. Right. Otolaryngological. New ear otolaryngological clinic. Otolaryngology. A surgical specialty within medicine that deals with the surgical and medical management of conditions of the head and neck. Right. Combi nose, ear, nose, and throat. Ent. Right.
Otolaryngology.
British pronunciation, American pronunciation.
Otolaryngology.
Otolaryngology.
Otolaryngology. Otolaryngology.
I wouldn't say Otto, I'd say Otto. Otolaryngology. What? It could be otolaryngology, but I don't know, does... I can't even... How about this? I'll put it into Google Translate, because that usually gives me the Australian pronunciation.
Otolaryngology.
Okay. Otolaryngology.
Otolaryngology. Otola. Otola. Ot. 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 Ot.
Okay. Out. Anyway. New ear otolaryngological clinic. Otolaryngological? Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goodall? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bit of a war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied to... It was a cream that was to be... Fuck me. It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside the ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Très Bien. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do now? Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Très Bien. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that coffee the witness served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Whatever that vial is in the medication. It could still be. I don't know. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo? The pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the dissipating medication seems a little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. Alright, sorry about that. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we'll hear the prosecution's next witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. You already had 11 cups? Wow. January 7th, 11:03 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. He totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? I think my Maggie voice is a little too close to my, my Pearly voice. I need to add more nasal to it. Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a bag of old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. Name's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Born and bred? So when did he move to America? Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too. We don't need to hear about them, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Listen, young'un, how much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did, back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman.
Well, it exploded.
Sorry, just Zelda. She's bored. She's been out of the house for 2 days, so couldn't take her yesterday because it was raining. Anyway, I'm gonna be taking her after, not now, like about an hour's time from now. An hour and 15, technically, so around about 3 o'clock. Anyway, wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe we could embroider my costume. Maybe he could embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. I wonder what the story is in the Japanese version. So maybe, like, obviously it was, he's obviously, he's obviously Japanese. Excuse me, so maybe that was his previous occupation. But they had to, you know, with his existence in the English version, they had to, you know, they obviously had to still make him Japanese. They couldn't make him just a random American dude. Just, you know, who looked, just wears those clothes. But, you know, but then Maya is also wearing Shrine Maiden outfit, and there's a village in the mountains that's Japanese. It's apparently an ancient technique in America. I don't know what's. Maybe the creators just should have went with like original Japanese voices, as in Japanese characters, but then it wouldn't have been. Maybe it wouldn't have been as popular. I mean, Edgeworth, Phoenix Wright, these are characters we now know. Whereas, you know, Naruhodo, we wouldn't really know who that is. You know, not many people know that. I think even some fans probably don't even know his Japanese name. You know, it's only the fans who care about the franchise, I guess. Anyway, so I had to take a job working in the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. Aren't translations just the funniest thing? Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. They don't really do that very often now, do they? They don't really try to set a clearly Japanese game in America. You know, could you imagine if they did that with Persona? They tried to make all the characters and all the places be in American, like LA or something. You've done a thing. What have you done? What have you done? What in the... Oh my god. Hang on. He has done a thing. He certainly has done a thing. What? Okay, hang on. I gotta... Hang on. Hang on a second. Hang on. Yeah, visit site. Yep. Main display. That's an interesting argument, Trite. Have you got any evidence to back it up? And, hang on. Visit site. Okay. So there's sound clips, okay. My evidence is I made it the fuck up. My evidence is I made it the fuck up. Okay. It's pretty funny. All right. Well, thank you for that, Mark. Aziz Light. Yeah. Fucking get it with the Phoenix hair. Yeah, you gotta post that to you might as well post that to fan art. I mean it's you know, it's just me with Phoenix hair. Oh god. I think I said it too quick. My evidence is I made it it's like I said evidence too quick. My evidence is that I made it the fuck up. You know, that should be the how I say it. My evidence is that I made hang on. My evidence is that I made it the fuck up. Oh god. Anyway, but that's fine. As like a, you know, just a react like a small reaction thing. If you want to remaster it. I don't even know if that was good. Alright, anyway. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? You know, just thinking about it, the fact that the judge keeps changing his fucking accent, with the whole Japanese thing, you know, it just makes sense. He's just a different fucking voice every time, and it doesn't even matter. Oh, God. Anyway. Did I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all. Then please tell the court. We're all ears. Then please tell the court. We're all ears. Sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say right now he was distracted by the maid. He did not witness anything. He did not witness any of the crime. I'm fucking calling it. I'm calling it right now. He didn't witness a goddamn thing. And he was looking at he was oogling Maggie the entire time. All right. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javicino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a witness. Ha! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words, what's wrong with old-fashioned ones, Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I think this guy's older than I am. I need to echo that. Hang on. I feel as though it would be echoed. Hang on. Do I have an echo? Can I make? I need to make an echo. Hang on. Ba-do-do-do-do. I forget how to change. How to make a custom one. Fuck me. I forget how to make custom. I forget make custom. Fuck it. Anyway, hang on. What does this one sound like? Test. Yes. Yep. Choose this for a second. I think this guy's even older than I am. Jeez, I think this guy's even older than I am. Alright, let's go back to regular. Yeah. You know, if you missed it, it's because he was looking at the maid. Does that not imply the maid didn't do it? Oh, you redid it. Read online. My evidence is that I made it the fuck up. Yeah, that's good. Right. All right, continue. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg? I want to know if Gutson Braun retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, That means you were sitting at the table on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
Huh. I go to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at.
You mean you go there to eye the waitress? So I just had to see what that emote was. Mark's got a lot of interesting emotes, so isn't it? Like, you've got that, and you've got like a bunch of butts as well. I know that.
The serving girl brought a Javatino. Brought him a Javatino, but she put something in it.
Oh my god. Butt smash. This is what I mean. He just has random butts. Like, it's great. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I.
I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping... I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javachino as well.
I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? She took out some of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar in a small brown bottle like that? Like that. Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
A bottle like this, perhaps?
Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottom of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Now, could it be that the chef gave the wrong bottle? Could that be it? The chef gave the wrong bottle to the, Or, this is a case where the victim was put to sleep, and... I don't know. This is a tricky one.
The man took one sip of it and looked like he was in terrible pain and then collapsed.
He took just one sip?
You young'uns, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died.
Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death. Well, with the potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible.
Oh yes, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Javachino I just drank turn sour in my stomach.
Oh yes, I know that feeling. Oh yes, I know that feeling.
And the waitress, I presume she is... That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
You can see all the way up to her, you know, she's practically naked in that uniform.
So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear such... But anyone could wear such... fuck me. But anyone could wear just such a uniform. But anyone could wear just such a uniform. Even me. Such an uniform? Such an uniform. That is awkward. Such a uniform. But anyone could wear just such a uniform. Even me. Yeah. Even you, Phoenix. Even you. Someone's already fucking drawn it. I feel it in my bones. And somebody definitely feels it in their balls when they when they view it. If this man discovers the black and white site on the internet, he may have a heart attack. Black and white site. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away.
Ha! There are other things I recognize about her, too.
He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Sure, you saw a witness take the coffee. You saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you add them to your testimony. Sure. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose.
A ribbon in her hair. I mean, yeah, there was. But apron straps loose. That's a little bit... I don't know. The black and orange side. Right. Oh, yeah, that's what you meant. Okay, anyway. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. What about the most crucial detail of all, her face?
As if I wouldn't remember that.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused. The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right. I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red.
You see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that? What? The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron? What's the fascination?
Fascination?
Objection!
People have all kinds of fetishes, Tried. We don't need to embarrass the witness.
Listen, you young upstarts. I haven't got some sick strap fetish.
Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps.
I said I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Very well, continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress? I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. How many waitresses worked at the restaurant? That's something we haven't asked yet. Because he would not have fucking paid attention to the face. And the straps were loose when... Are we really talking about bust? She's not exactly, you know, well endowed. And he seems to like the well endowed ones. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this waitress's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps and ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Oh boy, we're getting the bust-sized John out of this guy. Oh, you see, the suspect? Well, they had bigger breasts. Therefore, my client, coming from Flatsville, clearly did not commit the crime. Actually, she isn't flat. At least, I don't know, from memory, she wasn't flat. God damn it. All I can think about is Mia now. And her double D's, probably. I'm not good with like what sizes breasts are supposed to be. Look, I'm not an expert in that. But, you know. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. If I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. You sure? You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the waitress's face, yes? No question about it! I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned into a matter of pride for old Seedy now, I guess. I wonder if he really... Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. I mean, glasses is like, you know, the first thing you'd catch. God damn it.
Okay, there's clearly something I have to, like, fucking... Ah, okay, hang on. The apron. That makes sense. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
Ha! That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. You think I'd forget something as dirty as that, hmm? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops. Witness, you can't just oops your way out of this.
But, excuse me. Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Wright. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what a burger a customer wanted. You
can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
He was another of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles.
He was?
He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. And the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Just wondering if I should like wait for the ad break to finish, because I always like I just go through, like, you know. Well, that was an hour ago. Wow, that raid. Well, how about this? We'll wait it out just for a bit, and then I'll continue. I'm gonna try and wake up early tomorrow so I can do an early stream, by the way. Because, yeah. I haven't had an early stream for a while, you know? So probably should do that, eh? It's nearly over anyway. Mind you, I have wasted a lot of time just doing like random shit and talking just about stupid shit. Oh god, we've spent a lot of time this stream fucking around. Fucking around. Ah, dear. You're invested. That's one person, at least. Tomorrow, also with, like, multiplayer, I think repo's gonna be a thing again. We were discussing it before. Oh, it's ended. But yeah, we were discussing it before. So, for once, Tungsten is going to be able to join us. So, yeah. Anyway. Getting some art done. But yeah, but Blue, you reckon you can join us tomorrow? Or I guess today, because it's now the next day, technically. So technically it's tonight for you. Yeah. I'm gonna see what other mods might not be broken or not. I have to, yeah. We already, like, figured out the broken ones, so... Anyway, okay, that's good. If only Mark could join us. He doesn't have a PC, though. We need to buy him a laptop. Alright, anyway. Since it ended, the ad period has ended, we should continue. Broken pair of spectacles. Oh, right. That's what he meant. Spectacles?
Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. You fangled rubbish, that's why I remember him so well.
Do you have some kind of lens over his left eye? I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses.
He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance.
We better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can you even read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? I need to find out if Guts and Brawn retained his championship title.
It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me like that for, How do you... Ow!
Again, I hate it when it skips the fucking dialogue. Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. And using an earpiece. It's selfish. That's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What do you look at me like that for? How dare you feel sorry for me? Ow! You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go. Isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or the back? Ow! I better not push it until I've gotten some hard evidence. His free hand? Yes. Which hand was that? I'm just gonna push this guy like I did before. Oops. It's just Zelda. I will be taking her up soon anyway. Anyway, because yeah, this is like I think this is the final part of this until we get to the save screen. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand was it? Ah. Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. Yeesh. I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do. Even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Alright, I think... Here's what I'm gonna do. God fucking damn it. Alright, well that was the last thing. Okay, so apparently it's the coffee cup on here. Oh, hang on. Yeah, he had to pick it up with his right hand. He would have had to pick it up with his right hand. He just said the left hand. He used the left hand. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand. while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
What is this? Kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand.
Oh shit! Oh god!
Yeah, just Zelda's still. She was howling before.
But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Or you just didn't hold the cup handle. That's a possibility too. I mean, I was also... That's why I didn't really think of it, really, because, I mean, you know... Like, sometimes I don't hold, I don't know, sometimes when I pick up the coffee, like a mug or something, sometimes I don't hold it by the handle. Like, I'll hold it, like, in the middle. I don't know, like, you know, like you put your... Like, just think of like a mug, like just a general mug, coffee, tea, whatever you want to put in it, or milk, or fucking chalky milk, whatever, right? You pick up the glass, but you pick it up where it's like, the handle is facing towards the back, and you drink it that way. But you're grasping at the mug. Like you're holding the whole mug in your hand, like it was a glass, like, and it didn't have a handle, you know? That's what I mean. Anyway. And sometimes people just be crazy, just hold it where the mug, the fucking handle is to the right, but they're holding it with their left hand. So that's a possibility as well.
Hey, Drac, look, it's that man. It's the Dragon Man.
The sexy Keezer Dracone is raiding the stream with some really cute butts.
Are we gonna get a clip? Come on, clip. What the fuck? Why did a clip not play? Usually a clip plays. What the fuck is this? Well, fine, I guess we're gonna have to fucking do it ourselves. I guess we gotta do this then.
I mean, I'm going to have a bit of fun with it for sure.
Oh god. Dead. Kind of reminds me of the kind of reminds me of my clip where I decide to have cannons at the front of the fucking the flying machine. I mean, if someone knows where it is, you can probably bring it up, but yeah. Anyway, Drac, hope you had a good stream. I know it's really late for you, so I totally understand if you need to duck out. Or if you want to lurk for a bit, that's also cool. But yeah, tomorrow, it seems we've got tungsten tomorrow, so that's good. So yeah, we should hopefully be able to do our shenanigans, which we'll probably just play Repo again. Excuse me. Excuse me. Right. Okay, we're good. We're good now. Let's continue on with our stream. How's the stream going? We've been getting distracted a lot. Very, very distracted. We made a meme, I guess. Well, Mark did, and yeah. Work on your YouTube video tomorrow. Oh, okay. Sean had a bluff made it. Yeah, and that was Mark that did that. but yeah. Anyway.
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he... Wait!
If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about the dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony?
That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hot butt and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
Who, me? Thank you, old man. I've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me.
He looks older than 68.
Listen to what I've got to say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot.
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup with his left hand.
We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor, often used by programmers.
A monitor? You mean like a television screen?
The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called a HMD, head-mounted display. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HD, TV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts, in good old black and white.
Okay. Kept filling it. He's insane. He's just saying. Fuck. Since I've actually... I'm not short on time. Victim's prescription bag. Glen Hill's profile on any statement. Left eardrum was ruptured. Aha. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Oops. Fucking... I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, There is something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD.
No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so.
What did you say?
You're no doubt aware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Eh?
Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon? Pretty pigeon?
Order, order, order! 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 This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
Captain, are you calling me a drip?
Check the art channel. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh god, that's perfect. And if you guys want to see it, you view it on Discord, but what's that? I mean, for something you quickly threw together, that's pretty good. So thank you, Blue. That is definitely that is pretty good for some. Like I said, something you just quickly threw together. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I just have to stretch. All right. This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javatino with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court,
But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from here. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Hold it! Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now.
How's your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
Honestly, the robot mask is less weird than his coffee addiction.
I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else the court should know.
What? There's more?
To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything, but I want another chance. I want another crack at you, young shark. You, young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Eagle shogun?
Evil shogun.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. Coffee, fuck me. I can't fucking speak.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachuno you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it'll be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Some sort of infinite ammo code. Infinite ammo. I wear the bandana. I got infinite ammo. Anyway. How is he so calm after 17 cups of coffee? That's a good question. I believe his bloodstream is just pure caffeinium. Yep, what's caffeinium? I don't fucking know, but it is now a substance that he created biologically within his own body. He has, I mean, yeah, he has, I mean, yeah, fuck, yeah, he does have a headband. See, I was thinking of bandana, but he has a headband, which is almost, it's very similar. He's got infinite ammo. He's got infinite fucking pellets that he can throw. The bastard. Anyway, the final showdown.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachuno. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down,
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Hey, you're doubting me again. You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man.
No. We're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I
have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain, that's why that's all you can think of. Very well, Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. First of all, I want to stress that this might mean nothing. I'm not too sure of it. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. It broke in the strip of cloth covering the table.
Now there's a site. I thought to check that because I'm like, what did the crime scene look like? He knocked it right over. Clearly he fucking didn't. Well. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch! Ow! Ow!
Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ah!
What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yes, go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
Yes, it was on my table. That's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Well then. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes. I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out to the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me.
Why is bro even here? I don't think he witnessed shit because he was ogling the fucking waitress. That's all he was doing. We learned genuinely nothing from this guy. Yeah. Yeah. This motherfucker might be the most useless witness this whole trilogy. I'm just trying to like think, what did he really give other than like... There wasn't anything like evidence-wise that we got. Like we used evidence we got from Gumshoe out in our cross-examination of Gumshoe. And none of it lined up with the fucking guy's testimony. I mean, the thing is, the one thing we did do is prove that he is not a reliable witness. So there's that. And yeah, we've learned more information from witnesses who actively lied than this guy. Yeah. Yeah, he really is the most useless witness we've encountered in this entire trilogy. That's a pretty low bar. It's a pretty low bar to fucking clear. somehow he just broke the fucking bar and said, I didn't break anything. What do you mean? No. Oh, wait. I guess I did break it. Oops. Oh, God. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. Yeah, well, that's also this stream as well. I've sidetracked everyone with, like, just weird tangents and shit. and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from was with it. Excuse me. Zelda. Anyway. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it. I mean, we learned some things. We just learned the fact that, well, yeah. I mean, he only gave us certain information, but it was because he couldn't fucking remember. We worked out the rest. Wow, Nick, you did it. I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from, he is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Oh my god, she's playing with the fucking... she's playing with the fucking... her, pig toy. You can fucking hear it. Let's sell that. Yes, I know. I'll be taking you out soon. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. She's throwing it herself. She's just playing with it like she can entertain herself. Oh my god. She's still a puppy at heart. She's still a fucking puppy. So that wasn't the ghost of your sins screaming. Godot's really mad. Oops. Godot's really mad, huh? And now she's found... oh my god. Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I wonder how this is gonna come up in the fucking trial. The rest of the trial. Okay. I don't know. See what happens. I'm sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. This court is adjourned. To be continued. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, I'll actually, oopsie. Oops. yeah. We shall end off this stream now, because it is really late for a lot of you Americans. What we will do, Absolute Cinema.
Absolute Cinema.
Yeah, that's what this has been so far. Oh my god. I love this series. It's it's so fucking god. It is just the way some of the trials end up. They're just some of the most trials of all time. God. Anyway, let's try to find someone we can raid, maybe. As I did say the last time I had enough people, I would do it, and we do. So, thanks to thanks to Drax Raid, we do. Let's see. The hell's a Yap Yap? Just seeing a couple of the people I follow playing Yap Yap. Warframe, Evil Within. Let's see. He's playing Samurai Warriors. Why not? Why not? I'll send you guys to He's Neat. How about that? How about that? Yeah, let's do that. Let me just get the... Let me just get his channel so I can have it on. All right. Raiding Hesanite, playing Samurai Warriors. It looks like the original, like, just straight up Samurai Warriors. So, yeah. Interesting. But, for now, let me get the raid emotes so I don't forget. Extra, raid, extra, raid. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for dropping by to say hello. Whatever you did, thank you very much. You're awesome. Hope you realize that. Oh, we just had 10. God damn it. Is it going to play the, oh, I think I might have missed it. Shit. God damn. Because, yeah, unfortunately, this screen, I have the... God damn it. Yeah, I accidentally had the blurb hidden. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mark. I changed at just the right time, and then I also have blurps accidentally, muted. They shouldn't be muted, but they were muted. So, yeah, I do apologize for that. I'm sorry. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Stay safe, have a nice day. Yeah, I let the thing go out. But anyway, for those of you who are watching on YouTube or whatever, thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.